Why does diverse thinking matter to me? It's pretty simple. I want the companies that I chair and the companies that I sit on the boards of to be the best that they can be. So that means that I don't believe that they can be best governed by a homogeneous group of people. The studies tell us that such a group have a pleasant time, they'll be very comfortable with each other, and therefore likely more complacent. They'll most likely also think alike, and therefore they will think they're doing an awesome job. But in contrast, a diverse thinking group will be more challenging of the issues, they'll be less comfortable, be unsure of how they are performing because they won't be agreeing all of the time. But actually, they will be much more likely to reach better outcomes. So, and besides all that, actually having diversity and diverse thinking on boards is simply the right thing for us to do. I have a most recent example for me was actually on Monday at one of my boards. We were having a lively debate and we were looking to commit to an unusually big decision. And one of the less vocal members of the board is Maori, and I noticed she was unusually silent through this discussion. And just before the resolution, I asked her specifically what her views were on the issue. And she had a very different view to the rest of the group. Her points were insightful, and they made us consider really the wider ramifications of the decision we were about to make. So we and the organisation were all rewarded for having specifically stopped to seek out her views. So as leaders of organisations, it's our responsibility to take this issue seriously and make sure our boardrooms have diversity of thought, to get the best ideas and the most rigorous thinking, which is actually demanded from our rapidly changing and increasingly uncertain environments. I'm proud to say, as the chair of Spark, that we've worked over a number of years, 6 in my time to be exact, to bring our board to 50-50 male-female. But actually, having heard Grant talk about how you can kind of dissect some things, I'm going to dissect our board in my favour because if you take out Simon, who happens to be a non-executive director because he's the CEO, our ratio is actually 60% female and 40% male. It's not bad for a top 5 listed company. But at Spark, we're on a journey to bring diversity and inclusion to every part of our company. So we may ask if I would, I've actually got to get to the point of why I'm up here today, so we may ask if I'd lead the diverse thinking leadership pledge. I thought, well, that's a really cool thing to do because for me, the principles are ones that I strongly believe in. And try to act upon. So on behalf of my own self and the directors and chairs that have already signed up and agreed to the pledge, this is what we pledge. To recognise the value of diverse personal and professional experience. To challenge ourselves and others to bring their whole selves to the board table. To consider our own unconscious bias and how it affects our openness to others' views. As chairs, we will identify diverse thinking among our board, encourage, challenge and debate at the board table, and facilitate discussion to get the best out of our diverse thinkers. As directors, we will express our own diverse thoughts, support other diverse thinkers to express their views, commit to increasing diverse thinking around the board table. We will encourage our boards to use the diverse thinking matrix alongside the skills matrix when we're looking at director appointments. And lastly, we will discuss and use the criteria of diverse thinking boards that May alluded to earlier to encourage greater diverse thinking around the board table. And I hope the 10 criteria are actually set out on the screen behind me, but they cover, amongst other things, recruitment, board culture, and reaping the benefits of diverse thinking. So challenging ourselves on these criteria will be the catalyst to having the discussions that will make the difference in the end. Thank you.